If only I could turn back time.
Hello lads and lasses, Farlong here with DayZ, and today I'm going to be doing a 100% non-biased review and honest review of DayZ for console. But this review will be exclusively covering the console edition of the game, exclusively console. So pros and cons of playing on console over PC. Anyway, let's dive right in. First off, the graphics, because this matters to some people. The graphics to DayZ they're not the best over the years, but to put it simply, it's a little bit like PUBG and Call of Duty had a baby. Quite realistic, but with that slight tone of colour that is quite nice. But then there's just, the average town, stuff like that. The houses look really nice. Guns are very meticulously designed if you look at it. So graphics are probably like a solid 8 out of 10. But then there's the bugs. Okay, let's get it out of the way. DayZ is a notoriously buggy game. It is littered with bugs. There's so many of them to count. From getting stuck in doors to not even being able to pick up items, not being able to access your inventory. There are hundreds of them. It's annoying when the game's focus is around looting and combat, and then there's like a lag spike and stuff like that, and you get lagged quite frequently in this game. So I suppose it is a pretty big problem. Some, I suppose, are becoming a little bit more infrequent, and they are getting fixed. Slowly, but they're getting fixed. Which is good, because Bohemia are focusing on making DayZ a better game. Which is amazing, because the community is a great community, as toxic as they may be. Zombies. Zombies are easily the most annoying and charm of DayZ. There's either a chance that you love them or hate them. There's no middle ground. I personally adore them. I think that they're the best part of the game, because it's DayZ. Like, it's designed around the zombie survival with players put in there too. But don't be fooled, they are dangerous, especially with the latest patch as of making this video. They are currently a big danger to players. But yet, like I said, they're also required for the game to be as charming as it is. The zombies are what make DayZ so nerve-wracking, as like the screeches from them attract more, and then the screeches from those attract more, and then so on and so forth. And then sometimes it even gets down to it where you don't even know if you want to take a fight, because it could result in you jamming your gun and then inevitably dying. They do sometimes carry supplies, however, to make it worth it, such as food, rope, drink, basic items like that. They seem to have trouble getting through doors. Occasionally, they'll stumble on the door, stuff like that. They can be so much fun to fight, especially in groups. You can do horde fights and stuff like that. They are a lot of fun. But don't get me wrong, they are dangerous, and it's quite easy for them to kill you. But there's like a 50-50 chance of it being worth it or not, in most cases, of fighting zombies. The inventory. I'm gonna actually use the inventory here. The inventory system in DayZ is glorious. It's so well done. The fact that it does like some things other games do, where it's in the compartments. Yeah. Close tactical belt and the bunny hat, don't need that. Well, it's a lot of people don't like it because it can be a bit finicky. It can be a little bit annoying from time to time, but I adore it for one. But again, non-biased. Don't take my word for it. I know a lot of people who enjoy. Missed. I know a lot of people who enjoy the system in this game because it is really well done. Having to manage your inventory quite meticulously. I, for one, keep it very organized, keep the scopes and stuff in the same bit, like weaponry in one pouch, so on and so forth. Even like the fact that backpacks are important, like they carry different, like they have different carry limits. I even enjoy that little detail because some games just like don't display it right, or don't even display it full stop. So I'd say it gets like a 10 out of 10. Oh, dead player. This is different. Okay. Okay, I guess this is happening. I wonder how he died. Okay. The combat. I briefly mentioned the combat previously being one of the core features of the game and why certain bugs can be so irritating. But it can be a lot of fun, especially like I said, if you're in groups and you're fighting hordes and hordes of zombies, or if you're fighting like 2 players against 1 and then you somehow come out on top. It feels amazing when shit like that happens. But yeah, like I like how the game is built in a certain way that makes it worth to go around fighting in a group, because more guns, more ammo against just one person. Play some of the shit I said about zombies earlier on. Being a bit of annoying pricks and sometimes carrying food. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. But yeah, like, if you're taking on like 3 people, you're probably gonna die. Unless you pull out some MLG shit out your ass and you somehow win. But it's very unlikely. Because it's very realistic. It's the same kind of way that fight would go in real life. Like, if you got less people, you're probably gonna lose, you know? Also, the way that reloading works in this game, I think, is really good. It's a very special way. Not many games do it this way. Like Tarkov does it and stuff like that, but Tarkov is honestly just kind of just DayZ without the zombies. That's purely my opinion. Ignore I said that. I need some water. Yeah. Ah, shit. Get that close. Oh, fuck. See what I mean? Combat glitches. Very irritating. Thank God that was bot rags. Wait for the fucker to come around. God. HUD. The DayZ HUD is very well designed and refined, showing all your survival things in the bottom right, and it's very limited. There's a reticle, I suppose, but it's not really worth using. It's not. I don't know why it's there, to be honest. I've always kind of found that a little bit dumb in a hardcore, real life scenario survival game. Why there would be a HUD. I'll reload that later. It also shows you. It's quite important to keep up with it though, because if you don't, then you might not notice that you're bleeding. Ah, fuck. Gotta check for water. Be quick, go. Yeah, I'm not gonna melee fight 2 zombies, it's not happening. The verdict. DayZ is very far from perfect. Very far. Because of the amount of bugs, etc. You get the point. But it's worth picking up simply because of how fun it can be. If it's not your type of game, that's perfectly fine. It's not everyone's type of game. A buggy zombie game isn't most people's type of game. But if you're looking for a survival game to play full stop, there's no better option for a realistic survival shooter. But yeah, we're gonna close the book on this review. If you liked it, please smack that like button, but I'm gonna give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. In my personal opinion, it's 10 out of 10. I need to take its problems into account for the review, but I personally wouldn't buy it unless it's on sale. A real quick bit of advice is if Bohemia sees this, is cut the price a little on console. Maybe from $30 to $25. It might well pull in more players and sales. Like, you'll do everyone a favor. Anyway guys, I'd like to thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.